Morning everybody, and it's January the 5th, Tuesday, and yes, I was going to be introducing to you my book, my old book in a way, or the previous book called Lived, Loved, Laughed, but I think actually we better get rid of this elephant in the room, and that is of course that we've all been locked down and again. And I might sit here and feel sorry for myself because I'm single, the bubbles are getting smaller and smaller, i.e. just me. As the anxiety about this contagious COVID goes up, and not only that, I now have two flats, the ones directly above me, that are both doing building work and banging all day. So that's me, starting to feel sorry for myself. But, I can go out. I've already taken the dog for a walk. And I have to appreciate what I do have. I have my wonderful companion, Charlie, and who is, of course, my dog, not my husband. I think it's interesting because this morning I was sort of looking at him and he was laying down beside me. Yes, I do have him on the bed, and he is. He's not a licky dog or anything like that. He's not necessarily a cuddly dog or anything, but he is, as a Springer Spaniel come Cavalier, he is 100% loyal to me, which I think is amazing. And he is my rock, as is my daughter, who fortunately does also live in Brighton. But it's funny really, because I'm sure Charlie was human in another life. I know we all say that, but he, he loves his turkey mince. He loves all this lovely healthy food, so I feed him turkey mince, low fat and sweet potato, and he loves going out for his exercise daily. He loves mixing with all my other doggy pals, obviously socially distanced, not that he cares whether it's socially distanced or not, because as a dog he lives in the now. And maybe that he can teach us that for the moment, that during these difficult times we should be thinking much more in the now and not necessarily thinking about the future. And of course he loves his doggy treats, well, don't we all? And as a dog, he doesn't drink alcohol, and he doesn't necessarily, well, I think he probably liked the junk food, but he doesn't have that. So yeah, so maybe we should be learning from this lovely dog of mine and living and enjoying every moment of the day, whether it's doing what we like to do or whether it's just doing nothing. And yeah, there's absolutely no problem with doing nothing occasionally. The problem is if you start doing nothing all the time, and therefore what I was thinking about that as well. This is my thinking time whilst laying in bed. That it is actually really important to keep up the routines. I remember there was a time when I got married and had a couple of kids, and I was all a bit higgledy-piggledy, I don't know, a bit chaotic. And with synchronicity or coincidence, I picked up this book from an old bookshop, and it was like a Mrs. Beeton's housewife advice from the 1940s. And it was a lovely old book. I hope I've still got it. I'll dig it out and see if I can maybe show it to you tomorrow. But it was an amazing book, and it said, okay, well, to be a good housewife, you have to have a routine. So every morning you get up and you clear your kitchen, you make the bed, and you puff up the cushions, and then you just, once you've done that, then you get yourself ready, because of course personal hygiene is really important, to do that on a daily basis, and put a bit of makeup on. Yes, I know it was the 1940s, had a different view of women, but it cheers me up to put some makeup on. And it's easy when you're either working at home or just having to stay at home to actually let some of those things go. So I mean, maybe you guys who are working from home, why don't you put a bit of makeup on? Could be quite interesting, couldn't it? So Yeah, so it's a sort of routine is so important, and of course, add in those routines maybe they didn't think about so much in the 40s, which is having your daily exercise, which thank God we're still allowed to have. Getting your healthy food ready, doing some of those projects that you've always wanted to do but never quite had time for. And then you'd be surprised by punctuating your day with those routines, how pleasantly the day can go by. But as I said to you before, there's nothing wrong at all in actually stopping and taking time just to do nothing. So on that basis, I shall leave you for today to maybe practice that occasionally. Remember, not all the time. And we'll maybe get back to the book tomorrow. Okay, have a lovely day. Bye.